Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Depending on where you are in this world, God bless you. This is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today we're going to be in chapter 28 in the book of Exodus. And now we're going to find out what God has prescribed for the priests to wear, Aaron and his two sons. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him, from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar, Aaron's sons. And thou shalt make holy or sacred garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty. The Lord loves beauty. For thou shalt speak unto all that are wise hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they may make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. So the Lord is going to give them wisdom on how to create these things. See, the Lord bestows upon people talents and wisdom. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate and an ephod. Now, an ephod is is a ornament, ornament, ornamented vest, and a robe, and a broidered coat, a mitre or a turban, and a girdle which is a sash. And they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And they shall take gold and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen. And they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet and fine twined linen, with cunning or intricately woven work. It shall be, correction. Cunning is artistic work. It shall have the two shoulder pieces thereof joined at the two edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together. And the curious or the intricately woven girdle of the ephod, which is upon it, shall be of the same, according to the work thereof, even of gold, of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. And thou shalt take 2 onyx stones, and engrave on them the names of the children of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the other 6 names of the rest on the other stone, according to their birth, with the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet, like the king's signet ring, shalt thou engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in ouches or settings of gold. And thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for stones of memorial unto the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. And thou shalt make the ouches, or the settings, of gold. Sounds beautiful, huh? And 2 chains of pure gold at the ends of wreathen, or is, what is it? It's like braided. Yeah, braided work shalt thou make them. And fasten the braided chains to the ouches, or the settings. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work. After the work of the ephod shalt thou make it, of gold, of blue, of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shalt thou make it. 4 square it shall be, being doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set it in settings of stones, even 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle. And a carbuncle is a turquoise, and shall be the first row. And the second row shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. The third row, a lingur, and that is a jacinth or amber, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold in their enclosings, or their settings. And the stone shall be with the names of the children of Israel, 12, according to their names, like the engravings of a signet. Every one with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate chains at the ends of wreathen or braided work of pure gold. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and shalt put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate. And thou shalt put the 2 wreathen or braided chains of gold in 2 rings which are at the ends of the breastplate. And the other 2 ends of the 2 wreathen chains shalt thou fasten in 2 ouches, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. And thou shalt make 2 rings of gold, and thou shalt put upon them the 2 ends of the breastplate in the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward. And 2 other rings of gold shalt thou make, and shalt put them on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath, toward the forepart thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, above the curious or intricately woven girdle or band of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate by the rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue. Now they made this vest, and now they made this breastplate, and they're going to fasten it with blue lace, a lace of blue, that it may be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate be not loosed from the ephod, to hold it securely. And Aaron shall bear the names of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart, when he goeth in unto the holy place, for a memorial before the Lord continually. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Thummim, which translates into lights and the perfections. And they shall be upon Aaron's heart when he goeth in before the Lord. And Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually. And thou shalt make the robe of the ephod all of blue. And there shall be an hole in the top of it, in the midst thereof. It shall have a binding of woven work round about the whole of it, as it were the whole of an habergeon, that it be not rent. Now I don't know what a habergeon is, and I have no translation for it. Let's see. Wait a minute. What happened here? Verse 32. There's no help. Verse 33. And beneath upon the hem of it shalt thou make pomegranates of blue and of purple and of scarlet. The Lord loves pomegranates. Remember, they're in the temple. Oh my goodness, round about the hem thereof, and bells of gold between them round about. So there's going to be the pomegranates and then the bells of gold around the hem of the robe. And that's so he doesn't sneak up on the Lord when he goes into the Holy of Holies. A golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate upon the hem of the robe round about. And it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goeth in unto the holy place before the Lord, and when he cometh out, that he die not. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, and grave upon it, like the engravings of a signet, And this is in all caps. Holiness to the Lord. Verse 37. And thou shalt put it on a blue lace, that it may be upon the mitre, or the turban, upon the forehead of the mitre it shall be. So on the front of the turban. And it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron may bear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Israel shall hallow in all their holy or sacred gifts. And it shall be always upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. And thou shalt embroider the coat of fine linen, and thou shalt make the mitre of fine linen. The mitre is the turban. And thou shalt make the girdle of needlework. And for Aaron's sons thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make for them girdles, which is the sashes, and bonnets or hats shalt thou make for them, for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him. And thou shalt anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify, or set them apart, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness, or their bare flesh, from the loins unto the thighs they shall reach. And they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons, when they come in unto the tabernacle of the congregation, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place, that they bear not, or do not incur guilt, and die. It shall be a statute forever unto him and his seed after him. Wow. So beautiful. Our Lord, he put wisdom into the artist's hands, those that would be making these garments. He put wisdom in their minds so that they could create these things according to God's wishes or commands. And oh, how beautiful. Can you just imagine what that looks like? I've never seen a picture of it. I don't know if any of you have. But if I had my laptop working, I would certainly Google that and see if we could find a picture, and I would have included it here. However, I apologize. It's still down and I don't know how to fix it. But anyway, and as always, our Lord is so good. God bless you, and I love you.